Hello, everybody. This is Tab Smith, lead technician for Atlas Field Engineers. This is number 2 of my little video series here. The first one was in reference to getting access to your email. Hopefully, you have done that. It's important that you've done that. Reason being, in order to move further with the next steps here, you have to have been able to get into your email and accept your invitation to Jobber. Jobber is one of the applications that we use to load your work up, and then you also use Jobber to, after you have finished the job, to get the information back to us. I am going to go over this a little bit with you today. I'm going to show you both the applications and the web GUI. So here's what we'll do. This will probably mess up on me the first time, but that's all right. We're nothing if quick on our feet, and it did. So we're swapping preventer. All right. This is in reference to using mobile apps and web interfaces. We use two different applications. One is called MyESP. It was created by OnePath. OnePath is the company whom we do probably 90% of our work through. And the other application that we use right now is called Jobber, which is what we use to actually schedule work for you. And you need to have access to it in order to block out the times when you are not available. The first thing I'll show you here, these are the three different icons for the programs that we're talking about today. MyESP is the program for OnePath. Jobber is the program that we're using for your calendar and your scheduling. Periscope is something that I'm going to show you here in a little bit. It's optional, but it might help you in a jam. If you click on the MyESP icon, the first thing that'll happen is you will come to a login screen. You click the login screen, the next screen that will come up is all of your jobs that you have listed with OnePath right now. These different bars on the side, you'll notice both of these are green. That means both of those are open jobs. They're jobs that I, for one reason or another, have not closed with OnePath yet. You see a brown line, that means that you have closed that job and it'll fall off the next day. If you click on one of these jobs, it will take you to a page that is the information page. There's some really cool stuff you can do on this page. If you click this, it will automatically add it to your calendar. If you click this, it will log you in while you are on site. So if you use this to log in on site instead of calling in, make sure you're there, because it checks with your GPS to make sure that you are on site when you're logging in. So if you're 10 minutes away and you're logging in early, don't click that button. The phone up here is important simply because if you need them to call you, if you've been on hold for a while and you're sick of it, or if you are on the job and you need technical help, but you can't just stop what you're doing in order to wait for them to pick up the phone, you can request a callback. You click on this, a window will come up down here somewhere, and it will say, it will have your phone number on it, and it will ask you if you need a callback to log in, to log out, or for tech support. I use this quite often for tech support. I also use this quite often to log out. For me, probably the single most important, or the handiest anyway, icon on this whole page is this little camera here. The reason is there are certain things called deliverables that OnePath requires that you have for them when you try to log out, when you are logging out from a job. So if you click on that, the next page you're going to see is something like this. If you see an asterisk next to it, then that means that is a required picture. You have to have that picture in order to get a close code and get paid for that job. These down here don't have asterisks simply because there was no interface equipment return form because there was no interface equipment to return. But let's say you're going to upload a document or you're going to upload a picture. You click on one of these, you'll see a picture. The next window will look something like this. You click Add Photo. It gives you two options. You want to take a new picture, or do you want to take a picture that already exists in your gallery? Here's a word of warning for you. If you take a new picture and you don't put it in your gallery, you do not save a copy of that picture locally on your phone. It is saved directly to OnePath server. So if in a week all of a sudden they're wanting a picture of something that you put up with this app, but you didn't save that picture, then you have a problem you'll have to talk to them about because you've taken the picture, the app accepted the picture, and they don't have it anymore. A smart thing to do is to go here to the picture that you need to take the picture, put it in your gallery, and after you've done that, go back through and add all the pictures from your gallery. That way you've got a copy of it. That's pretty much the in and out of the MyESP app. The one thing I do want to show you, when you are done at the end of the job, you get finished, you have to log out. Okay. Have problems with people not logging out with OnePath, you need to log out. This is my rule of thumb. I will wait an hour on hold for OnePath to pick up the phone. After that hour, I will start driving home. If I drop them, then I drop them. If they answer the phone, then great, I'll pull over and talk to them. But if you get to a point where you've been waiting a while, you want to get home, you click on this, phone number will come up, you can click I'm wanting to log out. It'll say down here that your request has been accepted, and they will call you at some point. Make sure you document everything in your timeline. Next program I'll show you is Jobber. Jobber is an application that we use at Atlas. What it does is it's a calendar that allows us to schedule work for you. It also allows you to block out times when you are not available. I'm not available on Wednesday nights. I'm the drummer on my worship team, so on every Wednesday night I am not available. So I have it marked off, I think, from 5 p.m. for the rest of the night that I can't work recurring every Wednesday. So if you've got something you do every week, put it in Jobber. But it's very important that you block out the times you cannot work. To get Jobber, you go to the Google Play Store, and what you want is Jobber 3.5. That's the newest one, the one you need. When you open up Jobber, it will ask you for your email and your password. Your email is the email account at Atlas FE. So for me, it's tab at Atlas FE. Down here under password, this is the password that was given to you by Atlas. I think it came from Jen, but this is the password that was given to you by Atlas when you first signed up with us. You type in your username and password, log in. This is the work that I have scheduled for today. That particular. I can click on a job, and it will bring up various things. It will, if there are documents or something that I need in order to do the job, those documents are there. I can also upload my own notes through through the application. I've had a little bit of difficulty signing out using this app. You don't have to do this stuff the exact way that I do it. What I do is I take all my pictures with my phone, and I do all of my paperwork on my, filling out the SR and any other paperwork that is required. I do that on my iPad and take a screenshot and upload that. I have the MyESP app on my iPad also, so I can upload it directly to OnePath via my iPad and then call them on my phone. That's the end of that part of the slideshow. Next thing I will show you are the two websites that we need to deal with. The first is Jobber, the second is OnePath. I will show you OnePath first. In order to gain access to OnePath, you have to log in. Now you'll notice it says Atlas and ESP. We do click on ESP. It'll come up with the screen that asks for your username and your password. My username with OnePath is smith5. My password is my password. I click on that. Now, I don't know why this happens, but once you get logged in, this always happens. Maybe it's just me, but it takes you back to the first page. You click login again, and it will take you to your work page. Now, this page has a few different little things for you. The first is you can download your SR here. If for some reason your SR did not make it to the Jobber application, you can always go to OnePath and download it. I would suggest that you download it from a Windows-based PC because it comes in a zip file that I have not been able to get open on my iPad. Click on View Schedule. These are all the jobs that OnePath has you scheduled for. Unscheduled work is really nothing that we have anything to do. SR tasks, if you have outstanding tasks, if there are things that you didn't get done within the appropriate amount of time, then those tasks will show up here. You can see I have no outstanding. So the one big deal here is that you can download your SRs if you need to. If you've got a job tomorrow, you would change the day. I think I have a job on Thursday, maybe. So I could change the day for Thursday. Click Change Day, and here are the jobs that I have. You have to accept all this stuff. I'm not gonna get anything to drink. I'm not gonna smoke. I'm not gonna get drunk. I'm not gonna run personal error. I'm going to be aware of your clothes and how you smell. Be polite. Uh, Keep all conversations related to the dispatch. Don't be joking around with them. Don't use any profanity or unprofessional language. Now, I shouldn't have to go over this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. It can get difficult sometimes in the field. The manager may not want you there. The manager probably didn't even know you were coming. Don't get into an argument with any of those people because you are getting into an argument that you cannot win. Even if you win, you lose. Just reply nicely, be respectful, get your job done. By clicking yes, I agree that I'm going to do everything OnePath wants me to do, and it will then give me the option to download my SR. This is my SR for that day, and I am doing a Fred's Alarm Panel Swap Store and Pharmacy. I'm going to save. Maybe I am. I'm going to save this onto my desktop. So I can show you a little bit more about Java. This particular SR, the front page is extremely important. Your initials go here. The manager that's on duty goes there. I generally put MOD here, standing for manager on duty. Your end user has to sign this. I date it. Right here where it says time at log on and time at log off, those are the times that interface or global communications, GTT, the whole group, that's the time they have you in and off site. I always ask for 20 minutes to clean up. The ISS help desk rep name, that is whoever gave you the close code at ISS. Then they want the closing number there. Easy enough. So this is Jobber. In your email, when I mentioned earlier that it's important that you have access to your email prior to getting to this part of orientation, it's because Jobber has sent you an invitation to log into it the first time. Prior to talking to me for your orientation, you should have already logged in to Jobber. When you get to Jobber, it will bring you to a sign-in page. After you sign in, this is everything that you have going on today. Now, mine looks different than your all's a little bit because I'm an administrator. But what we're really concerned about over here more than anything else is the calendar. The reason that we're worried about the calendar is this is where you get your work. You go to week. I go to week simply because it's not as busy as month. Now, these are all of the things that I have scheduled for this week. I have a job tomorrow morning with OnePath. I have an interview tomorrow afternoon. To learn more about this, all I need to do is just click on it. Click on it one time and then go down to View Details. This page will come up, give me just a little bit of information. The big deal is the address, but that's the job number. And if I go down here, I should see This is that same SR that we just saw on the OnePath website, and this is the SR for the Fred's alarm swap. Now, when you are done with your job, you absolutely need to do this next following thing. After you're done with the job, you've closed out with Interface or GTT or whomever, and you've closed out with OnePath and you have a close code, you need to ask the person on the phone that you're talking to at OnePath what time they have you logged in and what time they have you logged out. You go to timesheets. You click on new time entry. I did that a little fast. I'll do it again. Over to the right, you'll see where it says new time entry. Man, my start time, let's say it was 9 o'clock in the morning. This is all military time. So we'll click 09. Something that hung me up because I'm an idiot, I guess. In military time does not use colons, it uses periods. So if you put a colon there, it'll just mess you up. You put a period, and it'll go to the next one. And so I've asked my OnePath representative what time I signed in. He says 9 o'clock. I say, okay, what time am I signed out? And maybe he'll say 1 o'clock. Well, if it's 2:30 and I'm sitting in the parking lot and I'm talking to him, that is not an adequate response. What I want is to be logged out at the time I leave the property because OnePath wants you to stay on site until you have logged out. So if you are going to have any disputes over your time or any overtime, right now is the time to deal with it because if he has you logged out at 1 o'clock and you log yourself out at 2:30, Joanne is the person who has to go in and dispute this with OnePath and be your advocate and fight for you. That's one reason why you need to make sure you have a good timeline. But let's say you got your 2:30, so that would be 14 period 30. You notice that um, auto propagated the hours that I'm getting paid for. I put a copy of my close code right here. It's just something I started doing. It's not required, but I suggest that you do it. The more information we have, the easier it is to get you paid. And understand that Atlas is nothing more than an advocate for our technicians. We are trying to get you the most amount of money that we can get you for your jobs. We're not happy with the amount of travel pay that they are willing to pay for you to go 120 miles. Chances are we won't even accept the job. Expenses is the other part of this. If you click on new and you click on expense, this is pretty easy stuff. You write the name in, and maybe it's a Cat 5e, and it'll come up here with your different options, Cat 5e cable, and maybe you had to run 250 feet of it, and it's reimbursed to, that would be reimbursable to Stephen Tab Smith. If you have a receipt for something, you can take a picture of it and stick it right there. Click save, and you have saved your expense. This, for the most part, is the web interface for Jobber and OnePath. One thing I did not tell you is if you open up a browser and you want to get to Jobber, type in get Jobber, click enter. The very first thing that you see there will be the URL for it, and then you can bookmark it. Just click add to favorites. As you can see, I already have it right here, so I can click there. I stay logged in, and it will take me for my activities for today. OnePath is pretty easy. I generally just hit one and it comes up. You can save that to your favorites also. So that, for the most part, is the web interface, uh, both for Jobber and for OnePath. Uh, we've also gone over the MyESP app and the Jobber mobile application. If you have any questions at all over any of these things, and email me. My email address, tab at atlas-fe.com. If you have any problems while you are out in the field, I am the technical support for Atlas. If you run into trouble, look at your SR, try and work with Interface or whomever the parent company is. Try and work with OnePath. But if you don't know the next direction to turn, you can contact me through my email. My cell number is 812-760-9244. If I do not answer, I probably am on hold with someone, with someone else myself. I tech quite often, so I'm out in the field quite a bit. Um, your last option here to get in touch with me. Oh, so if you call me and I don't answer, send me a text message. I might be able to answer you through text, but I can certainly tell you that I know you're there, and I'm going to get back with you as quickly as I can. If I'm in the office, which should be most days, the office number is 1-800. Oh, wait. I'm giving you the number to Endeavor, and that's 1-386-202-4600. So again, my cell number is 812-760-9244. The number to Atlas is 1-386-202-4600. My extension is 404. And my job is to help you in any way I can. If you feel like somebody hasn't treated you right, call me. Feel like things aren't working out the way they should work out, give me a call. We want to do everything that we can do to help you be successful. We want us all to prosper at this and to do well. So, in closing, good luck out there. It's a it's a great job. Love my job. You're working with a great group of people who will do anything for you that they can. Just let me know if you need any type of help of any kind, and I will be there for you. Thanks a lot. You guys have a blessed day.